Well, it's January 29th. We're in the shop working on the Trans Am. It's been sitting for probably about 4 years, and now it's time to finish the restoration. I'm gonna pull out the original 301 turbo, do an LS swap, upgrade the suspension, a whole bunch of cool stuff. So let's lift it up and see what we got to work with here. All right. It's not as pretty underneath as it is on top. See, we got lots of work to do under here. I'm not sure when I drove over this bush. Wrapped around the drive shaft. Gonna start a fire on my custom exhaust. This is where all my transmission oil was coming out of, I think. Shitty pan gasket. Gonna do Ride Tech suspension. Holley LS swap parts, pipes, exhaust, fuel tank from Tank Sync, all EFI. Should be fun. All right, so my first goal is to get that motor out of there, and I don't want to scratch my nice red paint. So I'm gonna have to pull all of the front end off. One thing I'm gonna have to be careful of is flexing this urethane front nose cone. This paint's, I'm not sure if you can see, little crack there where it's flexing on the bottom. I don't want to peel this urethane cover off of the front of this bumper and headlight support. I know it was a pain when I did it 6 years ago when I painted the car, and I don't want to damage this, so I'm gonna have to pull the bumper and headlight support off with everything attached. So wish me luck. Well, they tricked me. These bolts are pressed into the subframe, so I'm probably gonna have to undo these on son of a bitch. Now we're ready to extract the nose cone off of this pig. I ended up undoing the 4 bolts on each side that hold this bracket onto the back of the bumper. One here for one brace. We'll do this little brace on both sides and that center brace, and that's all it took. Woo! Yeah, what do you know? I didn't even have to unbolt this thing. Learn something new every day. Well, I got the front end off. I think it looks pretty good. It's kind of got an early 70s vibe. Next, I already undid a lot of the fasteners on the bottom of the fenders. I'll get these back nuts, making sure to save the spacers. I don't think it's going to make a difference once I tear this whole thing apart and put it back together. Nothing will line up anyways, but I'll tape those together. And I think that'll be it for the day. Well, that's not too bad for one day. Got the entire front clip off. Wiring harness from the firewall forward is out. Only had to cut one wire. Next time we are pulling the 200 horsepower Pontiac turbocharged engine out. It's gonna be wild.